What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster, and one of the main explanations for why Concord fared so poorly this past weekend in its open beta is the idea that these team hero shooter games are just no longer popular.
Isn't that cute? But it's wrong!
These types of games may be less popular than they used to be, but there is still an audience. The beta for Marvel Rivals is going on right now, and keep in mind that this thing is in the same genre, roughly, as Concord, but Marvel Rivals hit 52,000 players at its peak, which is over 22 times the size of Concord's peak. I've said it many times now, but I will say it again. The true reason that Concord got its ass kicked is because the characters are so freaking ugly, and it screams woke. All they had to do was make characters that look like this, that look like the ones in the first Descendant, and people would have at least flocked to it to try it out. But no, I'm sure they figured that would be oppressive to ugly people, aka feminists. So they went a different direction, and now it looks like even on PS5, this thing did terribly.
So you have chosen death.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, where I keep a list of woke and DEI-infested games pinned to my account at all times. My handle on the platform is Dr. Disaster 1. Anyways, let's talk about Concord's failure to launch with players. We've been tracking how it did on Steam, which wasn't very good at all, hitting a peak of less than 2,400 concurrent players during its free beta weekend. This has prompted us to predict this thing is going to bomb spectacularly because, of course, if people aren't willing to try this game out for free, then they sure as hell won't shell out $40 to play it. But one of the excuses Sony defenders have been using to shield Concord from embarrassment is the fact that we don't know what the PS5 numbers are. For all we knew, the PS5 numbers could be really good. The beta was open to all PS Plus members as well, but I've rebutted this claim many times by simply pointing out that if the numbers were good, you know damn well that Sony would have been flaunting those numbers like crazy.
Oh, crap.
No, I'm convinced that Sony knows that things ain't looking good for this turd. Just look at this article from True Trophies, link in the description. Concord's second free weekend on PS5 defies logic with 8% player drop. Now, we still don't know what the exact player count is. The article fails to give us that information, but an 8% drop is a big deal considering the game was opened to more players. For full context here, during the first beta weekend, the game was only playable by people who pre-ordered the title. During the second weekend, anyone with a PS Plus membership could also play the game, and yet there was an 8% drop. But let me throw this out there as a bit of an argument that I would make against this headline. This does not defy logic. It simply defies the narrative. You know, the narrative which says that actually this is a really good game, and once people are exposed to it, then they will love it. Well, this blows that narrative up, doesn't it? Not only did people fail to try the game out, but clearly players who pre-ordered it and played it during the initial weekend, they didn't show up for this weekend either. I mean, there is simply no spinning this. Nobody is interested in Concord. Let's play a little game though. It's called One of These Things is Not Like the Others. I'm going to show you images of characters from 3 different games. 2 of those games appear to be at least reasonably successful, and one of them is as popular as an egg fart. See if you can guess which one is the unpopular one. This image comes from The First Descendant. I can think of at least 2 reasons why this image is appealing to me personally. And then this image is a character from Marvel Rivals. The Punisher looks badass. And then this character is from Concord. Like I said, nobody is interested in playing games like that, so we can talk about how these free-to-play hero team shooters aren't popular any longer, but that is just an excuse. Concord is a perfect crystallization of everything wrong with the gaming industry, and that is why it's failing so spectacularly, and that is why it will be so amusing to watch it release next month and fail miserably. These bozos will be forced to confront some fairly difficult truths, but I'm going to leave it there. What do you think about all this? Drop your mockery of Concord in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.